YouTube, what's going on, guys? I'm just out here. I just had to change my battery, so just checking everything out. About to hit the road real quick. Yeah, I came back from a little, I want to say a day, 2-day trip. My wife's birthday was on Saturday, so the 15th. So came back yesterday. Battery pretty much was gone, toast. So I jumped it, ran it for the whole day, thinking that it just drained or something, because the lights were coming on and stuff. It tried to actually try to start, but it just wouldn't turn over. So jumped it with my other van, ran for the whole day, no problems. Started it, I don't know, something late last night just told me to try to start it just to see how it goes for the next day, and it wouldn't start. So I'm like, all right, I'll take care of it in the morning. I jumped it, took it to get a battery, swapped it out for the core, back on the road. And yeah, these things happen. You got to be ready for them. I think the battery is like 150 something, and that was a good deal because everywhere else wanted more for it. But yeah, so I'm getting my day started, heading to my first call. Just wanted to touch up with you guys real quick. Let me hit this customer up real quick, let her know I'm heading there. Hey, this is Mike again. About the dryer. Should be there about the next 15-20 minutes. All right. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I had called her earlier just to give her a time frame because I was dealing with that stuff this morning, but it's good when customers are, oh, great, thank you, and but anyway, yeah, headed to what I have, a Samsung dryer making noise, so I'm assuming either pulley or roller wheel support, whatever you want, drum support. That's my first thought. So hopefully it's one of those two. Got the parts in my van, good to go. I have about 5 calls today, not much to do, but I have a possible 2 possible CODs. What are you doing, guy? Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure you guys all know sometimes you just have crazy, every day is a crazy day driving in my city, so I don't know, but hopefully you guys had a good weekend with your significant others. Those who follow me on Instagram, you seen what I was up to this weekend. Yes, it's very, very important to live life, and that's what being in business has taught me. If I haven't said it enough, it's teaching me more to live life. And as I'm doing that, that motivation makes me want to make more money, because the more money you make, the better quality of life. I don't want to say the better quality of life you can live. Once you reach a certain quality, you're probably good, but there's certain things you can do more often than you couldn't if you weren't in certain positions. So I'm very fortunate to be that. But yeah, the February still kind of slow. It's picked up a little, but not as much as I want. I'm actually going to be showing you guys here shortly. We're making some flyers and some door hangers. She's already designing them. We're gonna get them printed up. I don't know how much yet, but she's working on that today. And hit the streets and do a little bit of advertising. Nothing wrong with that. So it's good to have somebody that's on your team that's gonna build and make sure everything goes smoothly. But on another note, you can't complain, That's why I'm pretty sure, and shout out to Mike too, when you slow, you just gotta put up money. It's good to see it from his point of view, starting early, because when I first started, I didn't have any videos of me when I first started being slow, because it's different. Yeah, I can talk about it because I'm slow, but when you're first starting and you're slow, it's a little different. It's a lot different. So once you're a little bit established, you've kind of see the pattern of the slow periods, you kind of know what to do, how to put up your money, and how to manage. And I'm still able to do certain things while it's slow because I just put money up. So I mean, I didn't know that at first, and luckily I have good, like Mike always says, support team that always encourages us to make sure you make the right decisions. And I always shout out Brandon over at TMM, because one of his first videos I watched about finances was really put things in perspective, that you gotta kind of not still go beyond your means once you start making more money, because you'll go downhill quick, especially when the slow periods come. You're living beyond your means, or as long as you save up enough money, just be smart about it. Anyway, my goals for coming up this next month, because I'm like, February is almost over, damn near. What is it, 10 days left or something like that? And it's a very short month. Get February out the way, on to March. Like I said, I'm very grateful and thankful to have CODs coming in when it's slow with the warranty side. But at the same time, it's like this slow time in particular opened up my eyes a lot to me wanting to do more COD work. And shout out to all the people that watch, and I'm helping out and telling me making good videos. I just made a comment where it's like, I feel like no one, I don't want to say no one, there's certain people, but everybody does something for something, or I say not for myself based. What I'm trying to say is that I make these videos to help people, but I also make it for myself too, because I feel like the more good energy I put out there, the more good vibes I put out there, it'll all come back to me, So if you want to kind of say I'm doing it for me too, I'm kind of doing it for me, but it's a positive, outlook on it. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that, because don't get me wrong, I feel like everybody has to do something, whether if you're making money off of it or, whatever the case may be, is that I'm always trying to just have good things happen to me in life, and any way you can maximize that, then by all means do that. Somebody had asked me a question, and I was trying to find it to see what that question was again. Oh, okay, all right. It was he asked me to talk about warranty companies and second opinions and time to complete the jobs. And he wanted to know what's good or bad for warranty completion. So shout out to you. That was a good question. I never kind of got into that really. But okay, so let's just say you have two things. You have a call that comes in, and you see on the usually in red sometimes, or it's a second opinion, or they're the second company to come out, or it could be a case where you're requesting a second opinion. Either the unit's performing properly, but the customer doesn't agree, or or it's something that's irreparable, and they need a second opinion just to verify that. I guess what I would say to that, because what I would assume when somebody asks me that, I'm like, are you still going to get paid for that? A lot of times there's a minimum set, at least get paid for your trip charge out there to die, just to confirm that. But usually when I'm getting second opinion calls, I'm not really making money. I'm just going out there to check and seeing what's going on. Or if I'm like, if I go out there and got my service call and everything seemed to be fine, but the customer calls me back a week later saying something's not right, then sometimes I'll go back out, and then what I'll do is I'll instantly let the warranty company know, or whatever, that there's nothing wrong with the unit, it needs a second opinion. So there's a lot of times where there's, I don't want to say a lot of times, there's a small few times where that might happen. So with that being said, turnaround times and completion rates. Now that's a great question, because every company is different and every company rates, but to me there's a general standard. Some companies want you to have a day or two turnaround time. Some want you to have 3 or 4. Some say 5 to 7. It all depends. But I will say, certain companies like say Lowe's, Home Depot, they do get your turnaround time from the time you get the job, from the time you submit the claim. Certain warranty companies don't even care about that. You know, they just, as long as you complete the job. I'm assuming if you're doing them a lot, and if all your jobs are taking long, maybe it might be a problem. But so I want to say, like when I was doing work for Lowe's, they wanted their completion time to be like 2 to 4 days. And then they wanted your response rate to be, you know, as soon as you get the call it in, blah, blah, blah. They check all those, you know. It's like looking on YouTube's analytics, you know. You'll see what, they'll send you a quarterly report. Some companies don't, some companies do. Like I said, some don't care. But this question is for him because he's probably looking at it. But a lot of times, company looks at, I feel like the first thing they look at more than anything is your pricing, because they always want you to keep it below the national average, whatever the national average is. But some companies want you to be cheap, want you to stay low. But if you need the parts, you need the parts. That's just how it goes. You know, nothing you can do about that. But what you can do, I say with certain warranty companies, if they do send parts, you can have them send parts for the more expensive jobs, and then for the jobs that are, you know, less expensive, you can pretty much get them yourself, and that'll keep your costs down. But also, what you want to do is just make sure when you get that because what I do is, as long as I get that call the same day, obviously I'm pretty sure all you guys do that if, you know, running your own business, that you submit that claim the same day for authorization. You get the job authorized, you order the part. You know, usually I'll have my parts, I'll go to Marcona, be the same next day or whatever the case may be, and it'll be done, you know, 2 to 3 days sometimes. Because, I mean, obviously you want to get paid fast enough, but if you have a good flow going and it's not like essential to, I gotta submit this claim today, you know, it's just sometimes you'll be backed up on claims, especially if you're doing it all on your own. That's just how it goes sometimes. So, hopefully I answered the question from my point of view. You know, it might be done better for, but you generally don't want to go over a week, you know, but sometimes the part takes that long, or it takes 3 to 4 days, depending on where it's coming from, you know, so nothing you can do about that. But like I said, I feel like, especially with home warranty companies, they're looking at what's your average pricing. That's what they look at the most. But I will say a lot of times it might be where they look at your turnaround time, and based on your turnaround time, they'll send you jobs off of that. Some companies are like that. So for me, I kind of just keep a general rule of, you know, at least 3 days, 4 days the most on a job. Once I run that call, and let's just say it depends on the severity of the call as well. If it's minor, like a minor issue on something that is still working, but it's, you know, not doing something properly, then you can push it back. But if it's something urgent, I'll try to get it done faster. Obviously, the faster you get a job done, the faster you get paid. But this is, I mean, that refers to anything, but as far as warranty work goes, you know, you want put your claims in as fast as you can, especially if you're getting 30 days or 10 days, 11 days, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, turnaround time is important. You know, I feel like it's important without just being warranty companies, because, you know, most COD calls, they want you the same day to fix it or the next day. You know, I've had CODs where I've had to go back 3 days later. But like I said, the severity of the call, like it was a washer. I think it was the LG washer with the water valve leaking, so they would just turn it off when they weren't using it. So it's something you can wait for. And I have another call with that needs a damper assembly, but I kind of opened it up for them in the meantime, until I can get back, I had to order the part. So that's how that goes. You know, you can do those kind of things for customers, get them going. They appreciate those type of things a lot more. Like I always tell people, you know, you might go to a job, you know exactly what it is, you've seen it a million times, but sometimes I'll put things in diagnostic mode or recalibrate stuff just to show customers, especially if it's the customers that are there watching you. They're like, oh wow, I didn't know you can do that, just to sprinkle a little razzle dazzle on it. You know, you never know. So that's how that goes. Man, another week. It seems like time is going by fast, man. It's like 2020 is just going, man. They didn't lie to me and they said, man, enjoy your childhood. When you become an adult, it seems like time will fly. And I'm like, that's the truth. But it just seems like that because every day you're doing something. Then as far as when you're a child, is like, you know, school, or then you get to chill. I mean, it all depends too. Different stroke for different folks. So yeah, right now I'm headed to downtown area in Palm. So it's a lot of high-rise buildings. So definitely got to go to one of those. I really don't like going in buildings, but I don't dislike them. It just, I like to park, get in front of the house, and just walk in. You know, you got to go to the lobby, check in. Then if it's 10 floors up or whatever the case may be, then you have to go back down. Shout out to all you guys who live in big metro areas and have to do that on a daily basis. More power to you, because it's like I do a lot more. It's residential, obviously, but it's just in apartment buildings. And here where I'm in Florida, there's a lot more residential. And if it is apartment building, it's not it's more laid out. It's not really high. It's, you know, if you've been in Florida, we don't have too much. I want to say it's common to see one-story houses than two-story houses. You know, me coming from up north, when I came down here, I'm like, why does houses only have one story? But anyway, another story. But yeah, wanted to pretty much just check in with you guys another week. Oh yeah, that we're supposed to do that update with the video with me and my wife last week, but there's a lot of things she wanted to cover from the last video that we didn't. You know, we're gonna cover on this video, as far as just the HR stuff, the stuff that we're learning. Like I said, it's a constant learning to be better as entrepreneurs and business owners. You know, I got the technician side down as far as being a technician, how to get my information, what to do, but just being a business owner, that's the stuff that I have to brush up on. You know, this year I'm turning 34. I'm getting older. I got to make sure I know what I'm, you know, doing as far as the business side, and making the right decisions and moves, and, you know, etc. So yeah, I always say I don't want to make videos long, but it is what it is. So shout out to everybody who's subscribing, still showing love, still rocking with me through 2020. It still hasn't been even a year yet since I started doing these videos on you know, about appliance repair. I don't know if you guys ever looked at my older videos, but before that it was just random stuff about, you know, my hobbies, shooting and stuff like that. The funny thing is, I still do that to this day, and I actually have another YouTube channel. I make videos for that one. So it is what it is. You know, I like to share information with people and just my thoughts on things, and so I might as well just have a you know, YouTube is a perfect platform to do that. So I encourage anybody to do that. You know, it's just be careful what you put out there, because I realize that everybody's watching you. So, you know, make sure you do good work. Make sure you try not to talk bad about people, you know, and that's pretty much it. But all right, guys, you take care. I'll see you on the next one.